Ngāti Kuri led the Ngaitahu migration to Te Waipounamu and they established themselves at Kaikoura under their rangatira Maru Kaitatea. There were other Ngāti Kuri rangatira living at Kaikoura. Among them were Te Raki Whakaputa, Te Ruahikihiki and Mako. They all supported Maru, but as rangatira in their own right, they were also keen to find their own place. Ngāti Kuri's relations, Ngai Tūhaitara, had migrated from Te Ika Māui and moved into Peketā Pā. There were many important chiefs amongst this group, and they were looking for land where they could settle. Around this time, two young warriors, Tamakino and Kaiapu, arrived at Peketā with information that got everyone excited. Tamakino and Kaiapu had been part of the group led by Ngāti Kuri rangatira Waitai. After an argument with Maru, Waitai had left and led his people to Otako and then to Mokomoko in Murihiku, where they were attacked by Ngāti Māmoe. All but a few were killed. Tamakino and Kaiapu escaped the massacre and made their way overland all the way back to Kaikoura. On their epic trek, they saw many places good for settlement and had taken note of the types of food that were available. Forests full of birds, weka, kaka, kereru, wetlands, lakes and rivers teeming with fish, eels and ducks. And based on this information, the Ngai Tūhaitara and Ngāti Kuri rangatira straight away started making claims to certain areas. Tamakino and Kaiapu spoke about a lake near the coast that contained tuna that were superior to any they'd ever seen. The forest was so full of birds that they could hardly hear each other talking because of the noise. And the lake was so full of fish, its surface shimmered and rippled constantly. Mako claimed this place, Wairewa, for himself, declaring, "Taku pane ki uta, aku waiwai ki tai." Inland a pillow for my head, and on the coast a rest for my feet. And every year when the eels are in top condition, fat and ready to start their migration to the ocean, the descendants of Mako return to catch them. Te Raki Whakaputa was fond of pioki, a type of shark. His pa in Kaikoura overlooked a prime pioki fishing spot, and when he heard that they could be found in large numbers in Whakaraupo, he at once decided that this was a good place for him to settle. Large numbers of pioki would be caught and dried, so they were prized as an important source of stored protein. When he got there, he laid down his rāpaki on the shore of the harbour, and this place carries the name Te Rāpaki o Te Raki Whakaputa to remember the occasion. The two young warriors spoke about an enormous lake that was a prime spot for gathering kai, teeming with fish and eels. There were many types of duck, and the quality of the pātiki was unmatched anywhere else. Te Ruahikihiki was listening intently and could barely contain his excitement and decided he would set up at Orariki next to the lake. Ko taku kaika, ko Orariki. Orariki is my home. There are many reasons that help to determine whether a location is a good place to settle or not, but the availability and quality of kai is one of the most important. The rangatira settled in the areas they'd claimed. Mako at Wairewa, Te Raki Whakaputa at Rāpaki, Te Ruahikihiki at Orariki at Taumotu, and their descendants are still there today.